Okay, Carl, I know you said I don't need to do a video, but just easier to explain it rather than try to do it on the phone. Besides, I doubt you're up at 2:30 in the morning. Made me earn my keep on this one. Okay. What I wound up doing, I'm on an external antenna. Let me switch to internal antenna. Is CR81 down in there. I don't know if you can see that. There it is right there. Wound up changing R81 from a 100 ohm to a 27K ohm. And I'll explain why I did that. The 10.24 megahertz signal, all we need it for now is the PLL chip. But it was at I think it was 4 volts peak to peak. I mean, it was a big signal, really, really strong. And so, you know, it was all over the inside of the radio. And the way you had this guy here mounted, and the wires running by the 10.240 circuit, it was picking it up. They were acting like antennas. So I moved them over to the side and ran them across the back. You may want to tie them with other things or something back here. And then I made direct connections to, what is that, R67 and also C13. Because when I tried to use the jumper, you know, I mean, the jumper was acting like an antenna because it was close to VC1. And VC1 is the adjustment for the 10.24. The 10.24 circuits, turn that down a little bit. The adjustment for the 10.24 is VC1, of course. And so the signal was real strong right there, and that jumper being real close to it was picking it up. So I got away from the jumper and made 2 connections, soldered 1 wire to the bottom of the board and went to R67, and then took the wire coming out of the connector and went to C13. Okay, but the biggest thing was changing R81 to a much higher value. Like I said, it was a 100 ohm, and I was getting about 4 volts peak to peak. Now I'm getting, hang on a second, need more than one hand. Find the damn thing again. Now I'm on the 50 millivolt scale, so I've got about 1 volt peak to peak, or 0.1 peak to peak. So that's a lot smaller than what it was before. Hell, I was on the 1 volt scale and had 4 squares full of signal. So it was really strong. Okay, and it's better to use small capacitors. And what I found works best for this radio is just put a 68 picofarad cap across the 2 outside pins of the filter, and all that does is just widen the filter. Okay, you might experience a little more bleed over than normal, but it made the filter wide enough that you know, it works in all 3 bands. Okay. Now we're on the high band right there. Let me switch back to an external antenna. And both radios, this radio and that radio, is picking up that noise. It's something close by me here. I don't know what it is, but see, this radio is on 26.955, and I'm on high band on this one. So it just tears me up. To see, now it stopped. Then it started back up. stopped again. I don't know what it is. I wish the hell I could find it, because when I'm trying to shoot skip, it's a real pain. But you can see there's no squeal or anything now on the high band. That's computer noise there. Know what that is. And that's 27.855. That goes all the way down to about 34 or 33. Starts back on 31, but when I switch away from the external antenna, if I switch to internal antenna, see, that goes away. So that's not in the radio, that's actually something outside. All right, that's high band. There's low band. There's channel 1. Of course, the sensitivity drops off at the edges, you know that. Ain't nothing you can do about it. But before, when I would turn it on, the needle would deflect. So I took all the capacitors off the bottom and would turn the radio on. It would still do it. So I went in and disconnected R67, and I still had deflection on the meter. So I disconnected it from the jumper, connected it directly to C13, and it dropped way down. In other words, before it was over here close to a 9. When I connected directly to the lead on C13, it was still there, but it had dropped way down, and that's when I got to investigating the signal strength of the 10.24 megahertz crystal, the oscillator there. And like I said, it was about 4 volts peak to peak. So if you got anything around it, it would pick it up. So now it's way down there now. Oh, gotta have the ground hooked up. See, right now I'm on the 50 millivolt scale, so that's 100 millivolts, and that's all the PLL chip needs. It just needs to know how to lock. Just needs enough signal to lock. Okay, that about wraps it up. Like I said, you made me earn my keep on this one. I've been working on it since hell, I guess about 10 o'clock, so about 4.5 hours. But it's working good now. Okay. This is the lowers. This is below channel 1. See, I'm hearing that noise down here now too. But it's not the radio, because that one's picking it up too. I'm gonna turn this one down. See there? I don't know what the hell that is. I sure wish I could find it, because it's annoying, effing annoying. But now tomorrow morning, early in the morning, it won't be there. I'm on the uppers now. Alright, well, back on 19. And I don't know what you're using to turn the amp on and off, but I haven't fooled with any of that. I know that when I key the radio up and transmit, the amp's not working. At least I don't think it is. Because if I go to the bird, don't get much deflection out of that. So that's on the 100 watt scale, which is the bottom scale, so it's only about 10 watts. But you may have it set up to swing. No, it ain't swinging either. Oh, okay. All right. I'll box it up and get it back to you. I was going to put the L25 kits in here with it, but I ain't got them built yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and ship the radio back. All right. Talk to you later. Okay, there is one other very, very annoying thing with this radio, is that weather board, the alert, when you turn the radio on, you get that big splash of noise. I know there's a mod to fix that. I don't remember what it is, but you may want to do it before you give the customer the radio, because when you first turn the radio on, it'll bust your eardrums, at least on an external speaker. Yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there. And you may want to tie these up, you know, tie these together or whatever, dress them up. But I would not adjust anything. Don't adjust the 10.24, don't adjust the VCO, don't adjust these, okay? The cover should fit on there with it just like this. All right? From now on, you may want to try to keep this guy away from this area. I know that the length of the wires is not very long. You know, if you could, hell, I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The oscillators and everything on this side will interfere with this. So that's what happened this time. The wires were picking it up because they were running right by it, or it was picking it up from the jumper. I don't know, but anyway, it was getting into the circuit, and that's what was causing the header dying. All right. Okay. Later.